So material planning in the manufacturing industry. So you need to assign the material which need to be procured later on for that particular WBS or a network activities. In configuration part, if you create a automatic purchase requisition, if you activate this scenario, system will automatically create a purchase requisition across that material. So once you really attach that material and once you release that particular WBS or a network activity, system will automatically create a purchase requisition in the background and it will be provide you one purchase requisition number, and later on procurement department will create a purchase order against that particular purchase requisition. The same rule will be applied for the services, where you can be create a service activity, system will create a service requisition for the service activity, and later on you can able to convert that service requisition into the work order or a service order. So this is the planning in the manufacturing industry, which can be based on the network activity. This is a typical example for the attached material in a project, that is CJ20N, where you can be assigned the material on the WBS level or a network activity, and your material component will be displayed in the project hierarchy. So the project planning will be done by the project manager. Later on, the project manager will assign the person responsible for the lower level WBS, who is responsible for the design or a procurement or a fabrication or a inspection, transportation, this kind of WBS which is created, and the project manager will assign the person responsible for that particular individual WBS. Okay, and later on the respective work person responsible will act on the same to proceed the work during the execution phase. The scheduling, where you can be able to capture the dates across the particular, either across the particular network or on the WBS. So again, there are the different kinds of methods which is provided by the standard SAP, that is the backward scheduling, forward scheduling, or a free scheduling, where you can be able to maintain the dates on the particular WBS or a network activity. So it will be define your time span for that particular activities, and it will be roll up from the lower level WBS to higher level WBS, and the lower level activity to the higher level WBS assigned to that through the network. So either dates will be calculated on the work breakdown structure, that is called as a WBS, or a network activity. So for the network activity, you have to linkage the each and every activity, whether it is a start finish, finish start, or a finish. So once you maintain the linkage of that particular activity, you can able to capture the duration, planned duration on that particular activity, what is the tentative duration for that particular activity. And once you click on the scheduling, according to the scheduling methods, whether it is a backward, forward, or a free scheduling, system will calculate the dates for the entire network activity. So these are the project dates which is created in the systems. That is the project definition having the basic dates, WBS having the basic dates along with the forecast dates. Okay, forecast date which is a tentative pre-planned dates in the system, and finally the actual dates. That means your actual work gets started and you have to capture that particular dates, which is called as the actual dates. Again, same way in the network activity, you can be calculate the basic dates and the actual dates. Then on the network activity, you can maintain the constant dates for that particular activity, that is whether my activity will be start on this date only and not on the particular schedule dates. And later on you can be calculate the actual dates against the same. Again, same way there is an activity element which is called as a sub activity of that particular activity. So you can be further drill down your activity into the sub activity, and you can be maintain the earliest schedule dates, latest schedule date, and the actual dates on the same. So this is the date planning on the WBS, where you have to able to maintain the basic dates and the forecasting dates on that particular WBS, and you can be transfer the dates from the forecast date to basic date or basic date to forecast dates. Okay, so this is the high level planning on the WBS, where you have to maintain the basic dates and the forecast date according to your start of the particular WBS. Similarly, once the scheduling on the network activity, you have to linkage, the prerequisite is you have to link that particular activity through the relationship, that is finish finish, finish start, start start, start finish. You have to maintain duration, how many planned duration are required to complete that particular activity, and finally system will schedule your entire network activity dates. So you can be find out the buffer time and the critical path measures on your particular project planning board. What are the critical activities and what are the buffer times required for that particular completion of that particular activity, that you can be able to identify through the project planning board. This is a typical example of the scheduling where you have to link the activity, you have to maintain duration, system will give you the earliest start date, earliest finish date, and latest start dates and latest finish dates according to your critical path and the buffer time of that particular activity. You can maintain the time constraint where the activity need to be start on that particular date, that maintain in the constraint date. So that activity need to be start on that particular or not before that, that you can be managed to the constraint date.